Some scholars have argued that The Great Gatsby is the greatest American novel. Yet what inspired its author, F. Scott Fitzgerald, to create it? Francis Scott Key Fitzgerald was born September 24, 1896 in St. Paul, Minnesota. Scott's father had several business failures, so the family was financially supported by his maternal grandparents. So even though the family inhabited a nice row home in St. Paul, they lived in an upper-class neighborhood surrounded by the city's richest citizens. As a boy, Scott's playmates were from extremely wealthy families. He said that he always felt like an outsider. Later, he would famously write, "Let me tell you about the very rich. They are different from you and me." Active in writing pursuits throughout high school and college, when Fitzgerald was 16, he was expelled from St. Paul Academy. Eventually, he attended Princeton University. While stationed outside Montgomery, Alabama in preparation for going to World War I, he met a popular 18-year-old Zelda Sayre and became quickly infatuated. What most distinguished Zelda from her other pretty Southern peers was her fiery spirit. She was the reckless, independent, fun-loving youngest daughter of a prominent but not wealthy and a bit mentally erratic family. Her aspirations and desire for wealth and prominence matched and motivated Fitzgerald's own literary goals. The couple's relationship was intense and unstable. They met at a dance in July. By September, Fitzgerald declared that he was in love. Although Zelda loved Scott, she refused to marry him until he was economically stable. Immediately after finding out that his first novel, This Side of Paradise, was accepted to be published, Scott wired Zelda, and she then agreed to be married. After the birth of their only child, the couple moved to Great Neck, Long Island, home to many of the nation's wealthiest and most prestigious families. The couple was infamous for their extravagant lifestyle. It fit perfectly into the Roaring Twenties or Jazz Age. This era was known for its music, dancing, parties, and economic prosperity. Prohibition, the 18th Amendment ban on liquor and alcohol, took place at this time and led to the emergence of speakeasies. Flappers were the modern women of the 1920s. Their clothing, hairstyling, dancing, language, and attitude was new and risque. This era saw the emergence of new and hip terminology. Baloney. Banks closed, meaning no kissing, as in sorry Mac, the bank's closed. Cat's meow. Daddy, meaning a young woman's boyfriend or lover, especially if he's rich. Dough, for money. Gold digger, ragamuffin, what's eating you? When the family moved to Long Island in 1922, Fitzgerald began writing The Great Gatsby, which also takes place in the same location in New York. Fitzgerald considered the novel to be his greatest achievement. He called it a consciously artistic achievement and told his editor that he felt an enormous power in me now, more than I've ever had. Nick Carraway is the main character, and just like Fitzgerald, he is a native of Minnesota. Nick observes the extravagant and fast-paced lifestyle of New York in this era as an observant, thoughtful outsider, just as Fitzgerald himself was a curious newcomer to this scene. Next door to Nick lives a mysterious and rich man named J. Gatsby. Gatsby's social life, image, and lifestyle are the rave of all who live near him. Gatsby's love interest is Daisy Buchanan, who, much like Zelda, is a Southern belle known for her beauty and charm, but also fickleness, recklessness, and intemperance. Gatsby idealizes Daisy and makes it his goal to achieve wealth and success, all in order to win her elusive love. Much like Fitzgerald was pressured to achieve success before Zelda would agree to marry him. Many critics have pointed out that Nick and Gatsby represent two sides of Fitzgerald's own personality. This conflict and many more are depicted movingly in this novel, exploring ambition, the American dream, class, morality, wealth, and love.